Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tanya and today's video is another collab video, and you know that I love doing these collab videos, and this one is actually with a fellow Melburnian, a fellow Australian YouTuber, Jessie Style. We've become friends, we've caught up a few times, we've been out, we've done a vlog. There's a vlog on Jessie's channel, I'll link it below. And then as it turned out the other day, I think I'd finished work early, or it was a day off, I can't remember now anyway, and I was at a local shopping centre near where I live, and as I was going up the travelator, I saw Alex, Jessie's boyfriend, standing at the top there. And so I went up to him, and he was holding that green Gypsy new Hermes bag that Jessie bought, and I went up to him, I said, hey, and he said, hi, how are you? Recognize each other. I said, I'm Tanya. I said, you know, we met at the Super Jacob event. Yes, I know, this and that. Anyway, we're chatting. Jessie comes along, so we just bumped into each other. So we ended up just going and having a coffee and chatting and all the rest of it, and we decided to come up with a collab video. So this video's topic is 5 bags that I love but I know I would never wear. Now this was difficult because it was really hard for me to narrow it down to just 5 videos, and I'll have Jessie's video linked below. Of course she'll have her 5. I'm going to throw in an honorable mention because I just have to. So these 5 bags, of course, will be bags that some of you own, some of you covet, some of you love, whatever. Now, even though I love them, I just know that there are some elements or aspects about these bags that would prevent me from wearing them. So I think I've rambled enough. Let's get on with it. But before I do, can we just admire my phoenix hair? Seriously, look at this hair. This is called a Phoenix ombre, so it goes from dark to that flame to, this is supposed to be more like a copper, but it went a little bit more rose gold, and oh my God, I love it. Let me know what you think. I'm pretty way out there when it comes to hair color. I enjoy that. It's a way of me expressing myself. But anyway, back to the bags. Okay, bag number 1. And I'll have some pictures sitting here. So the first one is the YSL large quilted shopper tote bag. It's gorgeous. I love the look of it. I love its shape. I love its size, but it's the size that would prevent me from wearing it because it is it's a tall north-south shaped bag. It's wide. It's certainly very capacious, but at the same time, it's too big for me. And although it would look good on my body frame because I'm not very petite, I'm petite in height, but not in width. At the same time, it would be too big for me because, quite frankly, I don't carry much. And I find I'm the type of person that if I'm carrying a large bag, then I'll just dump more stuff in it for the heck of it, or because it becomes a dumping ground. And I don't want that for my bags. So you'll see here behind me, I have a lot of smaller bags. And I know that the big bag energy is coming back, and a lot of larger size bags are sort of hitting the shelves again of the boutiques. But at the same time, I know that that would frustrate me. But I love the look of it. I love the shape. I love that very garish, ostentatious YSL at the front. I love the quilts, which is interesting because I tend to be more of a chevron person. I'm not very much into the diamond quilts. But on that bag, they work. It's a gorgeous bag. Truly, I love it. If they have a smaller size, I know that I would definitely contemplate buying it. But then that would alter the way you carry it naturally, because seriously, I'm not very small and I can't carry short-handled bags just over my shoulder and just under there. And, I don't need that third side boob, Next one, from the house of Fendi. And this is not new by any means, but it's sort of new. Well, at least for 2022, and that is the Fendi Griffey line. Oh my God, those bags are beautiful. I love all of them. And what I love the most about them is that they have that very classical silhouette with that sort of curved croissant shape, but not as croissant as some of the others like the Louis Vuitton loop bag and all that type of thing. I don't like the croissant bag shapes where there's very small, height in the bag in which to put your things. The Fendi one has a little bit more proportion to the size, of course, whichever one you go for. But the thing that strikes me the most about those bags, and I love the large, medium, and the teeny tiny one that you wrap around your wrist. I want that so badly, major flex. That hardware at the bottom of the bag is stunning. It is truly magnificent. I love the way you can just carry it under your shoulder. And if you know, you know, or if the bag is showing in a way that you can see that gorgeous hardware at the bottom, then you know what it is. But for the most part, if you're just wearing it close to your body, people probably really wouldn't notice. But therein also lies the very reason why I wouldn't wear that bag, or at least purchase it. Mind you, if you gave it to me and gifted it to me, please do. I would wear it. But I would worry so much, because you know what it's like when we have bags, we need to put them down somewhere. What on earth is going to happen to that particular hardware? What's going to happen in that respect? It's going to get scratched. What do? Do you buy those protective stickers? Some people say they're fine. If you buy the acid-free ones, they're supposed to be fine. Some people say, no, don't do it because it tarnishes the hardware over time. I don't know. But the thing is, those bags are gorgeous. I would love one. But that's what concerns me about them. It's simply the damage and the wear and tear on that beautiful hardware. Third bag. And I still love this bag. And I actually still want to purchase this bag. But I have it. And the reason why is because I think about my size and my dimensions. And that is the Monsieur Gabriel bucket bag. Not new by any means. It's probably considered an older style bag now. But I love that bag so much. The reason why I wouldn't wear it is because I would wear that bag most likely as a crossbody, or certainly just hanging on my shoulder. But it would sit round about my hip area. And as I've mentioned earlier, I'm not very slim, so I don't need a bag that's quite deep. Now, the Monsieur Gabriel bucket bag, and the reason why I love that one in particular, tends to be a little bit more narrow in its depth. So it's not the square base like the Louis Vuitton Petit Noé, which I used to have many, many years ago, but then I sold it. It was too much of a square that used to just jut out to the side of me. The Monsieur Gabriel one tends to be a little bit slimmer, and I've seen other slimmer ones. There's a beautiful Ralph Lauren one that I'm looking at. There are quite a few, but I still hesitate. So with me, when I do go for crossbody type bags, I like bags that are slimmer in depth so that they don't add more bulk to my frame already. But that bag is beautiful. The Monsieur Gabriel, my God, it is one of the nicest bucket bags. But my God, it's so beautiful. You know, this leads me into the discussion about bucket bags, and I will have a video coming up about bag styles that I know just don't suit me. So the bucket bag is one of those. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I used to have the Petit Noé. If I can find a photo, it's probably on an older phone. I'll try and insert it here. But it is such a beautiful bag, and I love the history behind it. I love the petite size more than the standard Noé size. Now there's the Neo Noé, there's the smaller BB Noé, there's the micro nano Noé. They're gorgeous little bucket bags. Let me know, what are your thoughts on the Monsieur Gabriel bag? The next bag will be more of a category than an actual bag itself, but I adore those little Jacquemus, Il Chiquito, La Chiquita, and the various types of those. I think they're just gorgeous and totally tiny bag flex, let me say to you. But you know, as much as they're gorgeous and as much as I want them, and that sort of also touches on the nano baguette, the Fendi nano baguette, which I am so tempted to buy. I seriously am struggling with not buying it, and I haven't bought one so far. I love those concepts, but I wouldn't wear them simply because I'm probably a little bit too big for that particular shape and size of the bags. The other thing about the Il Chiquito or the Jacquemus ones with the very tall, sort of elongated single handle is that as you open the bag, the handle, of course, is going to sort of like press in. It's awkward and all that type of thing. Then, of course, there is the Chanel little micro wallet bag crossbody thing. Again, stunning and gorgeous, although I do prefer the Fendi Nano Baguette version. Gorgeous little bags, but I probably wouldn't wear them simply because I couldn't even put my car fob into them. So my way, and this is just going to be a little DIY, my way of trying to sort of get into that spirit of that particular bag is to use my little YSL wallet. So now this is a wallet, a YSL one, and this is a very common style and shape. So it's got the little, you know, zipper thing here for coins, card slots, and where is it? On this side, you would put your bills. This actually allows me to put a chain through it and then poke out the other end because it's got that little, you know, bending space, whatever you want to call it. And although this chain is short, if I wanted to, I could do the chain wallet, little mini bag sort of idea. I won't do this crossbody because it won't go crossbody. This chain is short, but I'm actually looking into buying a longer chain so that I can wear this. And this would be my little version, crossbody, of that look. So that's that. I think they're gorgeous, the little one, and you know, Lizzo made it ever so famous, and then Cassie here on YouTube, and so many others, and I think they're just standout pieces because they are so teeny tiny. Speaking of Chanel, that heart bag captured many people's hearts. Boom boom tish. But it's gorgeous to look at. I look at it and I think it is so sweet. It is so pretty, and I particularly love that little one that people just wear around their neck. Gorgeous little thing, adorable, just darling little piece. But I wouldn't wear it because to me, for my age, and I am 50, I feel as if it would be a little bit too young. Plus, I don't know how much I would be able to fit into it. Plus, I would be so paranoid about wear and tear, scratching the leather. How do you put it down? Do you put it down on its side? Do you put it on its flat on its back? It would just pose too many questions for me. So the Chanel quilted heart bag is beautiful to look at. To me, that is a bag that I would quite honestly just genuinely admire in its all its different colors and leather finishes, but not one that I would wear. To me, it just reminds me too much of my daughter's dolls bags and young girl bags. And probably because I still have some of those lying around, because my daughter, when she was younger, used to carry those cutesy little bags. I just wouldn't wear that one. And my honorable mention, because I have to throw one in. I'm sorry, Jessie, I have to throw one in. I really couldn't leave this one out. I adore this bag. And this bag has grown on me. The Birkin 25. Now, I am very much a Kelly lover. I love the Kellys because of the strap. Because if I'm going to be the type of person to walk around carrying a little bag like this, it ain't happening. It's just not going to happen. I haven't got time for that. I'm not getting any younger, and I haven't got time to waste on carrying little itty bitty bitsy bags. The Birkin 25 is beautiful, let me tell you. When was it? A few years ago, I caught up with Kim Curated. We had lunch and she brought her beautiful little Birkin 25, and I held it and I touched it. I could barely put my hand in the handles, and when I did, very carefully, let me add, the handles just barely got to my wrist. And I don't necessarily have a very large wrist. My hands probably would be medium sized. So that bag is a stunning, beautifully made little bag that would suit a smaller, much more petite woman or man. And the beauty of these little bags, you know, the Jacquemus that I've mentioned, the Chanel little trendy crossbody wallet little bag things, they're stunning. And a lot of people say, oh my gosh, the money that is charged for those little pieces. Well, let's just contextualize this, shall we? Think about, for example, when you go to a bakery, you can either buy a large donut with Nutella or beautiful custard or something like that, or you could buy yourself a little petit four, which is those little smaller sized bite-sized cakes. Those ones take more effort to make than the larger sized pieces. So that the same thing applies with handbags and luxury goods and SLGs, whatever the case is. Those pieces are magnificent, and they require even more finesse in workmanship and even more closer detail. So I can understand why just as much, if not more, is charged for the little ones. But it is a beautiful little bag. Will I ever own one day? No, I can't see myself buying that. It's too adorable. So guys, these are my 5+1 bags that I love, and I just probably wouldn't wear, except maybe the Fendi Graffiti. I don't know, we'll see. But let me know, which bags do you absolutely adore but you know you wouldn't wear? I'm thinking of doing a follow-up to this particular video, so I'm going to tag a few people below. Head over to Jessie's channel, but if you follow me, you already follow Jessie. But if you've come from Jessie's channel, thank you so much. I hope you find this content interesting, And I hope you'll consider subscribing. So Jess and I are considering doing other collabs. We've got a few ideas floating. If you're liking this idea between Jessie and me, let me know down below, and that's something we can work on. So I look forward to reading your comments as always. Take care, everybody. God bless, and I'll see you next time. Ciao. Okay, can we just look at this hair? Can we just see this hair? Look at the color. Look at the color. I've actually gone darker in my base than I have in the last couple of years or so. So of course, when the grays come through, it's going to be a little bit problematic, but the color. But I've gone from that very bright red halo all the way underneath to this. But let me know. Bye.